Jolito, can you guys hear me in there? Hey. It's on. Yeah. Well, all right. Then we can actually begin. So, Jolito. Hachimachugma. Hamachugma. So, we kind of already went over that a little bit. Chishnato, which is what? What it comes from. Chishno Ato. Chishno Ato. That's where it comes from. Okay? And so, we're going to kind of go over that just a little bit, but we kind of want to stick with Yammat and Yalapat. Does anybody have any questions from last class? Anything that you're confused on? Anything you need help with? Because if not, then we're just going to go ahead and get on with it. Okay, so today I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do today, and I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do, so I'm going to need your guys' help just a little bit. All right, so so what is Yammat? That or those. Chugma. Ilapat. This or these. Yeah, chugma. So if I were to say Ilapat nata. Isht holisochi. So y'all would say Yammat Isht holisochi. Yammat Isht holisochi. Okay? Because Isht holisochi is what? Writing utensil, pen, pencil, marker, Sharpie, whatever you write with. This isn't a literal pen. It's just I don't even know if it's meant for this or not, but I'm just using it as. So right now it is a Isht Suchi. So, all right. And so if everybody takes a look at that paper right there. Yamat Nanta. Close, just take the chi off. Yeah, chukma. So Yamat Huleso. So even me, since it's way over there, I'm saying Yamat Huleso. And all of you should still say Yamat Huleso. So Yamat Huleso, Hashachigash, what y'all said. Huleso Yamat Lakna Cho Losa. Cool. Lakna, chugma. Huleso Yamat Lakna. So Lakna yat Nanta. Yellow. Lakna is yellow, the color yellow. So Lakna. I don't know if that's easy to see or not, but Lakna. But you might hear some speakers say it with a little extra, what is that called? A little extra sounds in there. So they might say Lagana. And so, like if I say Huliso Lagana Matula, that means that yellow paper is laying over there. And so you might, cool. I don't know what that is. Ilapat nata. Hey. Akikano. All right. And so let's see here. We were kind of talking about Atto a while ago, so we might as well go back to Atto for a little bit. So Atto, like I said, is subject kind of. So subject. So Atto, And just like I was saying to you guys here, the ato means as for, as for. So it's like in reference to something. So as for this table, it is brown. So let's act like this one here is red and this one is brown. I would say, Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. This table is brown. Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. Then I would say, Aimpa ilapato humma. Aimpa ilapato humma. And so I'm saying, as for this table, it is red. And so ato can actually go on our yamuts and ilaputs. And so I'm going to write it down here. Aimpa ilapat losakbi. So Aimpa ilapat losakbi. This table is brown. This table is brown. But where we use ato, so you just still do the same exact thing. But in this case, you're going to use ilapato. Ilapato. Huma. Cool. So if we didn't put ilapato and we just put ilapat by itself, ilapat. So if I said Aimpa ilapat huma, what am I saying? Aimpa ilapat huma. Ilapat. Yes, this what? So if I want to say this red table, I would say ilapat aimpa huma. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying aimpa ilapat lusak or huma. Sorry, my bad. So I'm not saying that is a red table. I'm saying this table is red. This table is red. So I'll say this table is red. But if I wanted to say, just point it out to you, I'm like, this is a red table. You hear the difference? And so someone told me to do this. And so before we go any further, I want you guys to try to figure out how to explain to me in English the difference between that is a red table and that table is red. So explain to me the difference between the two. So in the first sentence, that is a red table. So what does that mean to you in English? So I'm just telling you about it, right? I'm just mentioning it. That is a red table. But what if I said, explain to me, this table is red? It's kind of hard to explain, right? It is kind of hard to explain. And so if I said yamut, I mean, it's almost like saying the same exact thing, but it's different. And I don't know how to tell the difference without like trying to figure out how to explain it. But so Aimpa ilapat losakpi. This table is brown. So this table is brown. But I like so man, this is so hard. It's hard to explain, but This is a red table. So if I'm like in a presentation or something like that, I'll say this table, or this is a brown table. This is a red table. So you hear how like this is in the very beginning. So for that in Choctaw, we would say Yamat Ayimpa Lusakbi. Or Ilapat, excuse me. Ilapat Ayimpa Lusakbi. This is a brown table. Ilapat Ayimpa Huma. This is a red table. So I'm just pointing it out to you. But if I said, this table is brown. Ayimpa Ilapat Lusakbi. Ayimpa Ilapat Huma. This table is red. So I know it's hard to get your minds around. But so what I'm saying here is this table is brown. This table right here, this table is brown. But then when we say Aimpa ilapato huma, as for this table, it is red. So there's comparison. So when we use ato, it's for contrasting, comparing things. And so this table is brown, but as for this one, it's red. And so that's kind of what we're talking about. But I think we might have to backtrack a little bit to go back to Yamat and Ilapat. But this is how you can see the difference. And because if I just said Aimpa Ilapat Humma, I'm saying this table is red. This table is red. Okay? Does that make any sense at all? Is it clear as mud? Hey. Okay. I'll try to figure out a better way. Okay, so let's do this again. So this is a table. Maybe if we just cut out the color. And then, well, we have to. So let's do brown. Okay? Now, okay. So this is a cool. Y'all waited until I got done writing the second sentence. It's still didn't say nothing. A brown table. So I was just testing y'all's listening skill. Hey. Okay, now we're cooking with grease. Hey, so this is a brown table. This is a brown table. Notice how in this sentence, this top sentence, brown table is together. And so brown table, they're together. But notice in this sentence here, they're kind of separated, right? So if you look at your Choctaw sentences the same way, this will help you determine which one to use. So in this first sentence, we notice our brown table is together. So I would say, Ilapat, Aimpa, Sakbi. Yeah. I don't know what all that is. Okay. So our first sentence here. So sentence number one. And then sentence number one. What is the similarities between the English sentence and the Choctaw sentence? Yep. Same thing with this one, brown table. you also have brown table right next to each other. So ilapat aimpa lusakbi. This is a brown table. This is a brown table. But let's do 2 now. So sentence number 2, I said the table and the color brown is separated, right? So you'd start with aimpa. Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. This table is brown. So does that make sense now? A little bit? So what's the similarities between this English sentence and this Choctaw sentence? The table and brown are apart. So if you try to remember that, it'll help you know which one I'm talking about. Okay? And I know this is tough. This is tough stuff. I struggled with this for a while too. So don't get down on yourself if it's not clicking right now, even if we did it for 3 weeks. If we would done it for 3 days, you guys would have had it like that. But we've done it for 3 weeks, and we know we tend to forget stuff over time. And so I know we have to keep going over this, going over this, going over this. And so, yeah, so Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. This table is brown. Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. This table is brown. Ilapat aimpa lusakbi. Aimpa or ilapat aimpa lusakbi. This is a brown table. So if I'm like I said, I'm giving a presentation, I would say, ilapat aimpa lusakbi. And so I'm saying, this is a brown table. I'm just pointing it out, stating what it is. But now I'm describing what this table is. Aimpa ilapat lusakbi. This table is brown. Does that make sense? Show of hands, who's getting it? Who's still not, someone not getting it? Okay, so let's work on some sentences then. Okay, so I'm gonna write the English, and I want you guys to write down the Choctaw what you think it's gonna be. Okay, and I'm gonna change up this thing. Oh, nope, better not do a verb. Okay. Oh, hold on. Don't do that last one. Shabaho. Okay. So if you're still writing, go ahead and keep writing. So we have, that is a big dog. Sentence 2, this house is black. Those men are tall. These are short women. Okay. So let's all, I know you guys are probably not done with all of it or whatever, but let's go ahead and look at the first one. So that is a big dog. So somebody tell me something significant about the first sentence. What sticks out to you? That, okay. You notice that they're all at the beginning of the English sentences. But in Choctaw, they can switch. So which one are we going to do? That is a big dog. Ha. Yamat. Yeah. And then you would say, Chugma. Yamat ofi chito. Yamat ofi chito. So I don't know if I can write it right here, but so how do we determine this? How do we figure that out? That is Yamat, yes. Ofi, yeah, okay. Okay, so now we figured out the words. How do we figure out that we're saying Yamat Ofi Chito instead of saying Ofi Yamat Chito? So the big dog, the two words are side by side, right? And so that means our sentence needs to have the two words side by side. So that's how we determine to use Yamat Ofi Chito instead of using Ofi Yamat Chito. Okay? All right? Still flying over the head? A's. Okay? Okay. Now let's look at number 2. This house is black. This house is black. This house is black. So which one are we going to use? Chukka first. Yeah. You're going to say chukka first. Chukma. Chukka ilapat losa. Cool. You get it. And so, how did we determine to use this one instead of saying ilapat chukalosa? Because the two words are separated, right? So house is separated from black. And so likewise in this Choctaw sentence, Chukka is separated from Lusa. And so we say Chukka ilapat Lusa. This house is black. This house is black. I'm not saying this is a black house. I'm saying this house is black. Notice, try to notice how I'm breaking up the sentence. So I'm going to say it real slow in English. Okay? That is a big dog. That is a big dog. Okay? This house is black. This house is black. Okay, and we haven't done these two, but we can try to figure it out. So those men are tall. Those men are tall. Okay? And then the last one, these are short women. These are short women. So for this one right here, those men are tall. What is our sentence going to be? Huh? Okay. I'm hearing Yamat Hatak Chaha. So what you guys are saying is those are tall men. Is that what our sentence says? So that means you have to say Hatak Mat Chaha. Hatak Mat Chaha. Because again, men and tall are separated. And so likewise, in the Choctaw sentence, Hatak is separated from Chaha. Okay? So those men are tall. You would say Hatak Mat Chaha. So in English, like I said, those men. So if I said it like that, you're going to be thinking, what about them? Tell me a little bit more about those men. And so I'd say, those men are tall. But if I said to you, those are men, that would be a complete sentence, right? That makes sense, right? I could say, those are men. And I could leave it right there. Point blank, that's what they are. But if I said, those men, it's like, what about them, you know? Tell me something about them. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. So likewise, we say, Hatag mat. What about them? Those men, Hatag mat chaha. Oh, okay. They're tall. Those men are tall. And so likewise, let's try it like that for the last sentence, okay? So these are short women. These are short women. So if I said, these are short women, does that make sense? But if I said, these women are, it's like you need something else, right? What about these women, right? And so these women are short. It's a complete sentence. So you can say, Ilapat Ohoyo Kawasha. Ilapat Ohoyo Kawasha. Because remember, short women, these two words are together. And so likewise, the Choctaw sentence, the two words are together. Okay? And I know, like I said, this is difficult and it's hard. And I'm trying to figure out a different way to help you guys understand. But it really is hard to explain. Even in English, it's hard to explain. And so I'm trying my best. Hope you guys are understanding. If not, then we might have to have like a private one-on-one out back. Hey, no, I was kidding. No, I was kidding. No, but I could really like try to sit down with you and try to help you out. I might have to like actually make a video just like telling you this is a dog, this is a cat, this is a car, this is a house. Those are perfectly normal. So yamat katos, yamat ufi, yamat ka, yamat chuka. Then when you describe it, yamat ofi chito, yamat of katos lakana, uh, yamat ka tohobi, yamat chuka chito, and stuff like that. So that is a big dog. That is a yellow cat. That is a white car. That is a big house. But then when you're describing those things, Ufi Yamat Chito, that dog is big. Katos Yamat Lakana, that cat is yellow. Ka Yamat Tohubi, that car is white. Chuka Yamat Chito, that house is big. So there's subtleties, very subtle subtleties there. And I know it's really tough, and we're really cracking down on some hard stuff here. But once you get past this, I will tell you, it gets a lot easier. Once you figure this out, smooth sailing. Okay? And so just try to remember that. If you're describing something, you say, like, that house, just say it in your head. That house is big. If you can pause and it doesn't make sense in English, then you're probably going to say Chokayamat Chito. But if you're saying that is a big house, you're like, that is a big house. And like, okay, that makes sense. That's perfectly normal sentence. Or that child is fat. Hey, I was kidding. That child is fat. Allah yamat niya. Allah yamat niya. Of course, Anoakia Sania. Hey. Does anybody have any questions? Like, seriously, this is the time that I need you guys to ask questions. Good. So, like this one, Chuka ilapat losa. And so this is saying this house is black. Okay? And so if we put ilapat in front, and then the chuka and lusa would be together, so that would say that is a black house. But what you're trying to say is this house is black. And so that's why we separate it with the ilapat in the middle. Okay? Any other questions? If you're confused, say something. That's what I'm here for. Kyogma, then we'll move on to something else next week. Hey, no, I was kidding. Something harder. Hey, no, I was kidding. So everybody's got this down. I can ask you something and you get it right there, right? No? Somebody better ask a question then. Hey, no, I was kidding. Okay, maybe we should do some more sentences. So we have about, I don't know, 25 minutes left. And so, let's see. How about this time I write it in Choctaw and then you guys write it in English. Okay? This one might be a little bit easier. So, yeah. All right. So we have Chuka ilapat chaha. Chuka ilapat chaha. Allah yamat chahta. Allah yamat chahta. Ilapat ufi usi. Ilapat ufi usi. Yamat katos losa. Yamat katos losa. Okay? All right, so let's look at sentence number 1. Chuka ilapat chaha. Chuka ilapat chaha. This house is tall. Chukma. Chukma. Yes. This house is tall. And so what helps you come up to that sentence? What gave you that sentence? Separated, right? So this house is tall. Achukma. Achukma. Hachimpona. Hachimpona. Okay? What about sentence number 2? Allah yamat chahta. Allah yamat chahta. So, well, Allah just means child. Unless I say Allah tik or Allah nagani. That child is Choctaw. Chatahugi. So, yes, Chimpunna, Hachimpunna. So, Allah yamat chahta. Allah yamat chahta. So, that child is Choctaw. Okay? All right, number 3. Ilapat ufi usi. Ilapat ufi usi. This is a small dog. Yeah. So we have iskatini, which means small, but also kind of means like tiny in a way. But we also use usi, usi, usi. Okay? And that also means small. But don't confuse this with onsi. Onsi means eagle. So don't say onsi, say osi, osi. Okay? Chukma, hachimponna. All right, now, cool. I don't want that. Yamat katos losa. Yamat katos losa. That is a black cat. Chukma, a chukma. I think it's a lot easier to do it in Choctaw than in English. That's what it seems like. Because you guys got this no problem. No problem. So you always kind of remember Chukka ilapat chaha. And if you kind of understand the basis of that, then you can probably get away with like that is a tall house. But try to remember that we're actually just saying that or this house is tall. Or chaha also can mean high. So chuka ilapat chaha. This building is high. You can say it like that too. This building is high. But most of the time you can say like this house is tall. Okay? So does making it Choctaw to English a little bit easier than it is from English to Choctaw? Okay. Well, I'm glad that helped a little bit. For insurance, let's do it one more time. One more time, one more again. I know T, but this time I'm going to do English and Choctaw. Okay? But don't be alarmed. So, cool. Let's see. Chibaho. Okay, give you guys a few minutes to figure this out. So the sentences, cool. I messed up. But yamit a. Okay. So we have sentences number 1, which is this is a brown snake. Sentence 2, yamat pintilosa. Sentence 3, that is a short man. And then sentence number 4, aimpa ilapat tohobi. Aimpa ilapat tohobi. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence here. This is a brown snake. This is a brown snake. So in Choctaw, what would this be? Yep, that's what a snake sounds like. A's. Okay, I heard 2. Say yours again, Twyla. Dosakbi. Okay, what did you say, Mom? Okay, so we have both answers. So this is, hint, hint, they're together. So that means ilapat sinti losakbi, sorry. Ilapat sinti losakbi, okay? Because snake and brown are together, so we want to say ilapat sinti losakbi. Ilapat sinti losakbi. And if you don't know, that's how you spell it. Sinti. 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 Okay? Okay, now let's look at, so yeah, ilapat sinti losakbi. Okay? Sentence number 2. Yamat pinti losa. Yamat pinti losa. So losa is black and pinti means mouse. That is a black mouse. Yeah, chukma. Is that what everybody else got? Okay. Yeah, so yamat pinti losa, that is a black mouse. That is a black mouse. Okay. All right, now sentence 3. That is a short man. That is a short man. Say again. So that would be, this is a short. Hatakawasha. Is that what everybody else got? Yamat hatakawasha. Yamat hatak. Uh, yeah, that means like small, but kawasha is short in height. Yeah, short in height. So yamat hatakawasha, because short man is together. So hatak and then kawasha, Kawa, kawasha. That means short in height. Height. Because we can say, like, if this was one table the two tables together. If they were one, I would say Aimpa Yamat Falaya, but I would say Aimpa Ilapat Yushkololi. So Yushkololi is short in width, but Kawasha is short in height. So the difference between vertical and horizontal. I hope I did that right. It can be man or men, yes, but it also could mean human. So any of these words like Sinti, Pinti, Hatak, and Aimpa, it all depends on context. Like if I say Aimpa Yamat Lusakbi, let's just say they're all brown. So that would mean those tables. But I can just say Aimpa Ilapat Lusakbi, this table. And I can say Aimpa Yamat Lusakbi, those tables are brown. And so your nouns can mean singular or plural, depending on context. Depending on context. Okay? You could say Yamat or Ilapat Sinti Lusakbi Tuchina or whatever. Those are 3 brown snakes. But for right now, we're not incorporating numbers. So it could be Sinti, meaning snakes, or it could be Sinti, meaning a snake. So, anyways, does that answer your question? Okay. Last sentence we got here. Aimpa ilapat tohobe. Aimpa ilapat tohobe. Say again. This table is white. Yeah. Just say this table is white. But being down here in Oklahoma, they say white. White. This table is white. So yeah. So the indicator there is that this table, Aimpa ilapat tohobi. So Aimpa is separated from tohobi. So this table is white. This table is white. But if I said this is a white table, I'll say this is a white table. And so, does that make it any easier? Starting to make sense? Starting to make sense, Twyla? You getting there? Okay, cool. So we're getting somewhere. Woo! That's all I want to hear is progress. Does anybody have any questions? Speak now or forever hold your excruciating headaches. Hey, is that it? Is your mind's overflowing right now with knowledge? Hey. So let me do one more. Okay, now we added a little extra. Abanili ilapat ukchako michalosa. Abanili ilapat ukchako michalosa. So if you're not aware, abanili just means chair. Chair. So abanili ilapat ukchako michalosa. This chair and black. Chukma, yeah. So this chair is blue and black. So right here, if you just take it like this chair, what about this chair? It is blue and it is black. So who wants to tell me how to say that is a black and blue chair? Huh? Yeah, I mean blue and black. That is a blue and black chair. Chukma, yeah, chukma. So ilapat. So nothing really changed. We just added michalusa. So ilapat abanili wokchako micha lusa. Huh? Did I say that? Or did I say this? Oh, my bad. See, I can't even remember. Oh. Oh, because I use ilapat there. But we'll use yamat there. So yamat abanili okchako michalusa. So that is a blue and black chair. That is a blue and black chair. So I know this is a headache, and I'm really trying, like I said, I'm trying my best, trying to figure out the best way to explain this. And I think we're getting somewhere. Past 2 weeks, we were kind of confused. Today, I think we actually made progress in helping you guys figure this out. This starting to make, yes.
So I noticed that capitalize in Choctaw the same way you do in English.
Well, we do. It's not necessary. I mean, things like you should do it in the beginning like normal people would do it. But I just find it easier to do it without, I guess. But we also capitalize for like people's names, places, and like uh, people, places, or things. And so, like if I want to do like Chihuahua, I would do it like that. Uh, Josh, which is my name, but in Choctaw, because we don't have J's.
What's my name?
Twyla. Let's see, how you spell it? Twyla. Twy. Twyla. Twyla. So nothing really changes, just added this, and this one makes the I sound. So I, Twyla. Twyla. Yeah, because my name is Josh, but we don't have J's. And this O is more like an A sound, and so I just do it like this. Josh. Tosh. It's not Chash. Josh. And then see. Sarah. Be like Salah. Some of it might be weird. Like if you look in the Bible and stuff, you have John. They'll just write it Chan. and then Peter. They'll write it Pitta, Pitta, not Pita, Pitta. And then, of course, cool, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And then let's see what else they have. Huh? Oh, Matthew. I kept saying bathroom. I was like, what? Yeah, so Matthew. Gosh, I can't even hear. And they'd say, Mathu, Mathu, which I think I spelled it wrong. Might be this. Mathu, Mathu. And there was something else. I can't remember. Something else that was like, oh yeah, Judea. They would say, yeah. I guess technically I would do Choctaw, Choctaw. Anyways, because we don't have those letters in our alphabet, we have to write it like that. So if you ever hear someone say like Pitta, Chan, Mathu, or something like that, it's not they don't know how to say it right. It's just the Choctaw pronunciation of that name. And so, anybody have any questions? I think we're going to end it right there. No questions at all? Does your heads hurt? Hey. Hachin no shkubud. Hotapaho. All right. Well, Makalla. Next week, ma. Hachipin salachagi. Umi. 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 Halito. I hope that made sense to you guys. I'm trying my best to figure out how to explain that, but I hope that helps. So next week, ma, hachapin